We first met Desiree in 2005 when we were expecting our first child. I was diagnosed with preeclampsia 2 months before my due date and was put on bed rest. We knew from our childbirth classes that my chance of a C-section had drastically gone up because of my condition, so we decided that we needed to hire a doula to help give us a better chance of having a natural childbirth. After meeting Des and working with her in our birth class, we decided that she was the one that we needed to hire. And even though it was last minute, she knew that it was a serious situation and worked us in. We knew from the start that we weren't just another client. She came over and really got to know us and who we were and what our goals were for our birth. We talked about the reality of our situation and all the possible medical interventions that could come up and what our other options were. Then 2 weeks before my due date, my blood pressure topped out at 210/198, and my doctor decided that it was time to induce. Des is very attentive to all of her families. She stopped by the hospital that evening before they started the cervical ripening and made sure that we were settled in and feeling okay about our situation. She was back bright and early the next morning and full of joy and confidence and pulling her little bag of tricks behind her. She really worked hard to work side by side with my husband and my sister to give me the best possible birth team that I could have wished for. Whenever we were faced with a decision, she would give us the information that she had and really helped us to weigh out our options. She also worked for us as an advocate with the nursing staff. I honestly don't think that we would have had the outcome that we did if Desiree hadn't been there. And then we were blessed to have Desiree attend our second daughter's birth in 2008. We had moved to Denver and hired another doula who is a good friend of hers. And since we already knew Desiree, she volunteered to be our backup doula. She kept in touch with us throughout the pregnancy and helped me research some issues that I was having at the time and really helped me in advance to avoid another bout with preeclampsia. And then in the last month of that pregnancy, my blood pressure was beginning to creep up, so an induction was imminent. And it turned out that the weekend that my doctor wanted to induce me, our primary doula was going to be out of state, so Des was now back as our primary doula. I remember telling her at one point during my labor that I knew that God had allowed things to work out this way because He knew that my sister wasn't going to be able to be there with me that time, so He knew that I would need her. Des has become more than just our doula. Desiree is family, and there's no question in our minds that we would have her attend our next childbirth.